Today we find out which park is better, Disneyland or the Magic Kingdom, right now. What is up, D3 fam? Welcome to the special series, D3 Versus, also known as D3V. This episode, we're going to talk about which park is better, Disneyland or the Magic Kingdom. First, as usual, I would like to thank you all for your continued support of this channel. Remember, if you like what you see, click the subscribe button below and become a member of the D3 family. Alright, D3 fam, I'm very excited to kick off this special series, the D3V series, with this episode with Disneyland versus the Magic Kingdom. As you know, I'm a huge Disneyland fan, and I'm also been to Disney World and the Magic Kingdom and all the other parks out there. But in this series, I want to give you guys an idea of both the similarities of both parks and the differences in both parks and compare the two. And also, you know, which park has something better to offer than over the other. With that being said, we're going to start off with the classic park here at Disneyland. Let's go. Alright folks, first right off the bat, let's talk about the entry to the park. As you know, here at Disneyland, you just walk through the turnstiles from the parking lot for the parking structure. And to the Disneyland, you see, right, the first thing you see is the train station. Let's take a look at it. Alright folks, here's a classic entry to the Disneyland park here. You have the train station right there in front of you, as far as the Mickey Mouse on the landscape right there. You walk over towards the front, under the bridge here at Disneyland. You have the left side and the right side. Both entrances are very similar. We're going to go in right down to Main Street. Alright D3 fam, as you know, the first lane you walk into at Disneyland is Main Street, USA. Here it is, a throwback to the turn of the century. You know, classic storefronts and things like that. And right in the heart of Disneyland, right down the middle, is of course Sleeping Beauty Castle. We're going to talk about that more in 1 second. Alright D3 fam, what I meant to tell you guys right off the bat is that Disneyland has 9 themed areas here in the park. You're on Main Street right now. You have Adventureland. You also have Tomorrowland. You also have Critter Country. You have New Orleans Square, Frontierland. And of course, you have Fantasyland and Toontown. And they just added, you know, the best of them all, Galaxy's Edge here at Disneyland Park. So that's right there is a little bit different from the Magic Kingdom Park in Florida. But we're going to continue on, walk through to show you the Sleeping Beauty Castle right now and show you the actual how that looks. Let's go take a look. And here, folks, is the iconic attraction here at Disneyland, the Sleeping Beauty Castle. Beautiful in its glory. They just did a makeover of it, refurbishment, I should say, of the castle. Looks awesome. Added a new paint job, but as you say, it's the original castle out of the all 6 theme parks here. It sets them all above the rest, in my opinion. So you see, Florida has a Cinderella castle. We're going to show you that once we go to Florida in a bit. But right now, we'll take a walk around the park and show you each land and see what the differences and similarities between each parks. Let's go. Alright D3 fam, we're right in the heart of Fantasyland here at Disneyland. I can tell you right off the bat, one of the differences we have between here at Disneyland and the Magic Kingdom is this attraction right here, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. This is the original Disney attraction. They used to have it in Orlando, but they no longer have it. So that's a plus in our direction right here. You walk around the corner, you have, in the distance right across, is Snow White's Scary Adventures. That's another original Disney attraction they have here. Then right across from that, you walk a little bit further up to the left, and you have Peter Pan attraction right there. Then you have the backside of Sleeping Beauty's Castle. Then you walk around the bend over here, you see in the distance, you have the, first you have the King Arthur's Carousel, of course. Then you have another Disney attraction, the Casey Jr.'s Train, right in front of us right there. More classic attraction in a second. I'm going to go around and give you guys a closer look. Some more of the iconic, one-of-a-kind attractions to have at Disneyland that they don't have in Florida in 1 second. Of course, there's Dumbo right there. Let's go look around a little bit more at Fantasyland. Alright D3 fam, we're on the other side of Fantasyland, and here's another classic Disney attraction, the Mad Tea Party, the original Mad Tea Party, mind you. And right across you have the Storybook Land Canal Ride, you know, which intertwines with the Casey Jr. Train, another unique Disney attraction here. Then, one of the best rides ever created, that started it all right here in the distance right here. You have the Matterhorn bobsled right there. That beautiful mountain right there, the Matterhorn bobsled. Then off in the distance, the pretty much one of the most iconic attractions here at Disneyland. Straight ahead is the original It's a Small World attraction, folks. There you have it. You can see I'm a little bit biased, but Disneyland is so special to me. You see how intimate it is, you know, smaller, you know, more detail, I think, so far. So with that being said, folks, let's go to our next area. Well, I think we're going to skip out on Mickey's Toontown since Disney World does not have that version anymore. But we're going to go over to Tomorrowland. Let's go. Okay, D3 fam, like I said, to be fair, the last portion or section of the park we're going to compare with Disneyland with the Magic Kingdom is Tomorrowland. As you can see, Autopia, we have Autopia here, you know, which is our auto attraction, classic attraction here at Disneyland. They have the Tomorrowland Speedway in Florida, which I'm going to show you in a bit. Then another attraction here is a monorail, which is actually an attraction here at Disneyland. Disney World is more of, like I can tell you in a bit, is more of a transportation. And you have the Finding Nemo submarine ride, another classic attraction here in Tomorrowland. Then over here in the distance, I'm going to show you in a bit the second half of Tomorrowland. 1 second, here we go. Alright, D3 fam, here you are on the other side of Disneyland's Tomorrowland. You have the Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters up front. Then right across, you have the Star Tours here at Disneyland. Then you walk right back behind it. In the distance, you're going to see Disneyland version of Space Mountain. I'm going to show you that in 1 second. Give me 1 second to get through this crowd real quick. Up front, you have the Pizza Planet, or Pizza Court, right there. Like I said, like everywhere else in Disneyland, you know, this park is very, you know, intimate. You know, that's what I love about it. But, you know, it could be a little bit more larger, more space. But, you know, that's Disneyland. You know, it was built back in 1955. But you come across right here, you have the Star Tracker store right here. And last but not least, the #1 attraction in the park, one of the #1 attractions in the park, is Hyperspace Mountain, which is our Space Mountain right here. So, and we have like a little theater for the Star Wars Path of the Jedi, there's Space Mountain right there. So with that being said, folks, there you have it. That's Disneyland for you. Alright, D3 fam, this concludes this portion of the comparison portion of this video here at Disneyland. With the help of some magic, we're going to have to go over towards the Magic Kingdom right now in 3, 2, 1. And voila, we're here at Disney World, folks, at the Magic Kingdom. Look at that magic. It's totally amazing. Anyway, like I said before, we're going to complete our comparison series between Disneyland and the Magic Kingdom. But first, you know, I'm going to go back through Main Street and show you the difference between Main Street, you know, and the Main Street here at Magic Kingdom versus the Main Street at Disneyland. And we'll go walk around the park, you know, cover all the lands over here. You know, Tomorrowland, Adventureland, Fantasyland, you know, over in the other side of the park, all the other parks like that. So we're going to take a tour of the park right here and compare the differences and the similarities. Let's go. Alright, D3 fam, this is the main plaza. You walk in the main entrance to the Magic Kingdom. You can see the train station right there. We're going to walk through right now and go through Main Street, USA. There's a main entrance right there, the Art of a Famous plaque right there. And here we go. The stroller rental right here. And here's Main Street, USA for the Magic Kingdom here at Disney World. You can see the difference already, how much bigger and wider the space is. It's pretty huge. You have the Town Square Theater right there. Got the main plaza right here with the flagpole. It's amazing. In a second, you will see the huge Cinderella Castle when you walk around the corner. Right there, the centerpiece of the park. Look at that. Simply amazing. It's, you know, in comparison to the castle back in Disneyland, the Sleeping Beauty Castle, the Cinderella Castle is like 3 times the size. So awesome. We're going to get a closer look in a second. And there she is, folks. So beautiful. Cinderella Castle here at the Magic Kingdom in Disney World. Simply awesome. It's just huge. It's totally insane how big this castle is. I believe the total height is 199 feet tall. It's the tallest castle. I love all of them. I think Tokyo has a clone of it. But in contrast to the Sleeping Beauty castle back at Disneyland, Disneyland version of the Sleeping Beauty castle is only 79 feet tall, which is, you know, hey, still pretty good, but, you know, not as impressive as this one. If you're going to compare the scale, simply scale and size, I would say this Cinderella castle has a beat by a landslide. But for, you know, sentimental purposes, hey, I'll take Sleeping Beauty castle any day over this. Let's go to our next observation. All right, D3 fam, we're in the most magical place of them all, which is Fantasyland here at the Magic Kingdom. As you can see, similar to the one at Disneyland with the different buildings and things like that, but the noticeable difference right off the bat is right here to your left is it's a small world, which is entirely indoors, which is pretty unique in itself. See if I could get a quicker closer view for you guys so you can see the classic marquee that you see at Disneyland on the indoors right there. Everything's indoors here, you know, again because of the weather. Further up you have Peter Pan right across from it. Then we're going to walk across a little bit further east. We're going to show you the more dramatic changes here in Fantasyland with the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I'll show you that in 1 second. Alright, D3 fam, we're about to explore the second half of Fantasyland here at the Magic Kingdom. You can see the difference here. They have the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which is really cool right there. Really cool roller coaster, which sets it apart from the Fantasyland at Disneyland, and they have little bits and pieces of the Little Mermaid back here. Then around the corner, you're going to show you one more last piece in a second, the classic part of Fantasyland with teacups. I'll show you that. Okay, lastly, D3 fam, the last portion of Fantasyland, you have the Storybook Circus where you're going to find Dumbo over in this section, and a Barnstormer coaster. It's similar to, I guess, their version of Toontown. And right across from it, over here, is the class. You have the castle right there, the Cinderella castle. You see the coaster, the other side of the Seven Dwarfs coaster. Then you have, coming up in front of me right here, you have in the bushes, you have the teacups off in the distance. That's their Fantasyland. Okay, D3 fam, the last portion of our comparison video between Magic Kingdom and Disneyland is, of course, Tomorrowland. Now, you know, both Tomorrowlands need a huge makeover badly, so with that being said, they both can need some work. But to start it off, you have the Autopia right in front of us. You see a little bit right there, and you have the People Mover. That's one plus they have that Disneyland used to have. The People Mover is still working here, which is really cool. Right behind the People Mover, you have the rocket ships where it used to be it's on the second level on top of the People Mover. That's how it used to be at Disneyland, which is still pretty cool. This is like a throwback. This is how Disneyland used to be before they made the changes back in 1998. Then right around the corner, you have, let's see, the Laugh Factory over there, Lilo and Stitch. No, I think they took away Lilo and Stitch. But I guess they have the Monsters Inc. Laugh Factory over there, and you have Buzz Lightyear right there. So I think they do still have Lilo and Stitch. The one big difference they don't have here in the Magic Kingdom is that they do not have a Star Tours here. So, which is cool. Their Star Tours is located at the Hollywood Studios Park. But as you can see, pretty similarities. You know, that's the rocket ship and the People Mover right there. And you have Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger right in front of us right there. And there is Lilo and Stitch. And there's an entrance to Tomorrowland over there. And you have the Monsters Inc. Laugh Tour right there. So, there folks, there you have it. That's the Tomorrowland. Oh, and they have the Carousel Progress, which is really a throwback attraction they used to have at Disneyland. So, with that being said, folks, that is all. Well, D3 fam, there you have it. The first episode of this series of D3 versus or D3V. Disneyland versus the Magic Kingdom. Now let's break down everything. First, let's talk about the Main Street USA of both parks. With Disneyland, it's the classic of both the parks, you know, opened by Walt himself. You can't go wrong with that. Nice and, you know, intimate, of course. All the original attractions there, you know, as well. But then you have the Magic Kingdom, which is more broad, more open, more on a grander scale. I would say, you know, it has more space to walk around in, move around in. You know, hey, more space and more modern. Of those two, I would say I have to give it to Disneyland. It's the original park of the two. Even though Magic Kingdom is not bad as well. Like I said, it's just a much bigger space. Let's talk about the castles, the centerpieces of both parks. Let's talk about, dear to my heart, Sleeping Beauty's castle. Classic, iconic castle right there. You can't go wrong with that. I think it's only, what, 79 feet tall? But hey, perfect for Disneyland. Then you have the Bohemian Cinderella Castle here at the Magic Kingdom. It's massive, 199 feet tall, almost 200 feet tall, people. Epitome of all castles. Hands down, even though I love Disneyland's castle, Sleeping Beauty's castle, Cinderella's castle has it beat. So when it comes to castles, Disney World, the Magic Kingdom has it beat. So here you have it's 1-1. Let's talk about the Adventurelands. Adventurelands, hey, hands down, I think Disneyland is better. Even though Disneyland is more intimate and there's more space here in Magic Kingdom, there's more things to do at Disneyland. You have the Indiana Jones adventure. It's like, you know, that's much better, I would say, in my book. Plus you have the addition of the Tropical Hideaway, which is also awesome too, and the original Tiki Room, so you can't go wrong with that. Let's talk about the Frontierlands. This could be really interesting right there. Both are very cool, but again, I give it the slight edge to Disneyland because the Big Thunder is slightly better. You know, you have some more original attractions over there as well. Then we come back over towards the, I would say, the Fantasylands, the Battle of the Fantasylands. I'll have to say, argue again, Disneyland slightly has a better Fantasyland. Even though the Magic Kingdom has the Seven Doors Coaster, but hey, Disneyland has the original Small World, which is awesome as well. Plus, you know, the Small World here is all indoors. It's not good at all. And let's see, the last part we're going to compare together is the Tomorrowlands. I would give a slight advantage to the Magic Kingdom Tomorrowland. You know, even though arguably our Space Mountain is better, but it's the original Space Mountain. Plus, they have the People Mover here, so slight advantage to the Magic Kingdom's Tomorrowland. So 3-2, but like I said, Disneyland's gonna take it. They have more things to do with Toontown and things like that. Hey, you can hate me if you want, but I think Disneyland is a better park than the Magic Kingdom. Plus, to put them over the edge, the food is much better at Disneyland. There you have it. That's the winner right there. With that being said, folks, this concludes this episode of D3V, where Damien Does Disney. Thanks again for watching. As usual, feel free to leave a comment below. I would like to hear your comments, especially if you've been to both Disneyland and the Magic Kingdom. And also, remember to follow me if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to this channel. And also remember to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and also on Twitter. See you next time.